Good afternoon, everybody. All systems check. Oh, buongiorno. It's the final count. Just a wee bit. We're coming! Freedom! Good morning, everybody. Strong Nana, how are you today? Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone had a good day. We are going to City Hall in Peterborough, Ontario. There's a flag.
Love it. Always makes me smile.
Oh, me too. It makes me so happy and joyful.
Puppy dog likes
Oh, look at that puppy. That puppy likes freedom.
like checking us all out.
That puppy likes freedom. Look how free that puppy is. Hello, Willow West. Willow. Love you, man.
Some people are like, why are you making all this noise? I'm like, because we're not heard if we don't.
Right?
Like, seriously. Can't be heard if we're quiet.
It's the angel of trumpets playing his trumpets through our horns. Looks like they got an event going on right there, too.
That was there yesterday, all those food booths.
Poutine Fest, maybe.
Oh yeah, it is Poutine Fest. Yeah, Poutine Fest.
So is that the same ones that were in Ottawa? Do they just
possible,
go to
yeah.
different
It's almost like
cities?
like a circus thing.
Okay.
You know, where they move from place to place.
I couldn't believe how expensive it was, like $20 for a poutine and a pop.
Peterborough! Roy and Nicole!
Oh, they have that in there before?
No, but I've been watching it, and so I'm like, I need to go there today.
The
That's
best burger
that's
I've
an
ever
absolute
had.
must
Yes.
for me.
Yes.
I need to go there. I need to meet the owners, and give them a hug for being so strong and standing up against the tyranny.
And
Yeah,
I've
Judy's
never
right
had
behind
a
us.
better burger than I did there. It was just excellent.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I love the people's strength that have done that.
Hey, Lori, how are
They
you?
have a
Sup,
wall
Dickard?
of signatures of people that have eaten there, and prayers and blessings, and like these cars. Only
Peterburgers is up here on the left.
Oh, it's up here on the left.
Yeah, you'll see PB.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
I see it. What good people, eh?
And it's so friendly. Like when you go in there, you just feel so relaxed.
Of course, because they stood against the narrative and
Yeah.
suffered some consequences for it.
Yeah.
Peterburgers! Christina, good morning. Freedom. Alright, I got my smokes in my pocket. I got my lighter in my pocket. I got my vape in my pocket. And I'll have my charger and cord in my hand. We have power today. Love you! Freedom! Harvey, eat fresh. Freedom! Liberté! Freedom! Oh. Good thing my head was against the truck.
What?
Don't cry. No crying in baseball.
Man, can't wait to see what we're gonna walk into. There's City Hall. Is there anybody here? I see some flags. I see some people.
1 hour parking. Are we going to park in there?
Oh no, we're probably gonna make a statement. Park right up front. That'd be cool. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Have a wonderful day. That thing got a Hemi. It's a sport. Of course it's got a Hemi. This thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty loaded. It's pretty good. 2019.
Peace, love, and freedom! Oh, can I do it? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Freedom! Oh, I totally cramped my leg doing that. Not everybody's here yet.
And this guy up here.
I know.
He's great.
Freedom! Freedom! I heard a distant freedom. Freedom! Yep. Freedom! Yeah, I see all the flags in there, maybe. Or we're still gonna roll around? honking for a bit? Yeah, might as well. Thank you. Come and get your freedom burgers at Peterborough. Well, that's okay. We'll get kicked out when we get kicked out.
Get kicked out of where?
Apparently we can't park here.
Really?
Someone from here is on my chat telling me that.
I'm gonna.
Everyone else is pulling in here, so
Is that a legit, you can't park here, or just a troll?
we literally just passed their house. That's why I said I heard it.
What is this place though?
I don't know. I love you too, honey.
Bunny, bunny.
I probably don't even need that, but I do need this.
Can you help a man? Please, help a man. I got no flags on me. Help a man. You're hoarding them all. Can I have one flag for now? I'll borrow it off you. I'll buy it off you. I feel naked without a Canadian flag. Please cover me. Can I have one of your flags? Just for now. Are you going to leave it on your I just want to cross it. Oh, this one has come back more. It's made up. This That's what I do.
What's going on, brother?
What's up, brother?
How are you? Not bad at all,
One for you and
man.
one for him?
Yeah. What? You brought burgers? Oh, didn't even bring me a California chicken.
I just got the chicken in, actually. I gotta
Well, I know where I'm coming.
do some more. Some stickers for cars and shit. All right. Do that. I gotta get the boys to help me if they can. Because I gotta carry a ton of shit over there.
I got you. I got one hand, but I got you. Tie guy. Okay.
I'll just grab one. I'll take both right now.
I can carry one of those.
Possible. I do.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mike.
Look at it, Gary.
I'm trying to figure it out.
That's right. Hi, morning.
Morning, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Just woke my ass up. Nice. Oh, pardon my language. We are on my main channel. Let's keep this PG,
Good
please.
morning, good afternoon.
Good evening. As soon as you know something has to go, just hand me a water. No, I have a bag.
in the stand.
A bag full of extension cords.
What's going on?
So you don't need extension cords.
Ty, you're awesome.
Hey, Stephanie.
I'm the one that can't swear.
I think one speaker should.
John, no!
Shoot across the road standing with a flag.
Hello! You guys did really well. I was like looking in the gas station, I'm like, where are they? And then I was like,
Waiting for you.
So is that box going?
Do you ever get unstable connection on your thing?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah.
I watched the video later. It always like freezes up at this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have 1 minute to carry a box
Can
for
I
you?
throw this in your car and I'll come back and eat it later?
Sure. Might be gross. Are you okay with that?
Oh, I hope they got some street meat because I'm hungry.
Anything else?
I could carry that, but sure. Let's go, let's go. I don't have any of my flags. They're all in my car. Yoli. Yeah, let someone take something. You want me to take your camera, T?
I think I just touched it.
Boop.
You did.
You got your camera too, or what?
Oh yeah, we're good. I'm good. Fucking rednecks here.
Freedom!
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 Where do you want this?
Hi.
How are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
We should probably set up
Good to
over
see ya.
here.
Yeah. Hello.
This is Miss Moo.
Set up over here.
Hello.
We brought her to the rally today.
How you doing?
Yeah. A little more rested. Tad more rested.
Oh, that thing.
Mommy brought you
Is that big going behind people? Is that
It's a
right?
pretty powerful speaker. Yeah, you don't want to be.
Setting up shop, ladies and gentlemen. Freedom!
What's going on, Digger?
Big dog 780 in the house.
Coda B 123.
Oh, there's Judy.
Only people watching me are already your viewers.
Yeah.
Get to meet the man.
Man, I don't know if you're a hugger, brother, but I'll take a.
Neil, I'm Coda, man. I had to give you a hug, brother. Nice to meet you.
It was a bumpy ride.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, but it's all good. It's good. And I had the inside scoop with me.
Mature,
So.
buddy, mature!
Yeah.
Anyways, I was telling you. So you guys are doing all these speeches.
Yep.
Representing all the bad shit. Cars that were coming in had to take
This
the
is awesome.
flag off the vehicle.
I'm so happy right now.
I can tell. Look at that smile.
Because they had a flag.
They were.
Oh fuck yeah! Anything that.
Oh my god, I love that. Awesome.
Yeah. No, that was they knew the march was coming through. They knew the bikes were coming through. And
Hey, Freedom Fox, what's going on? Shelly for Freedom, Daryl, Serious Dragon, Tyson, Christina, Lori, everybody. How are you guys today?
Let in. Cops direct them. Talk to people down there. It's a shit show.
Everybody turns around and goes, yeah, that was
Of course,
Freedom! Freedom! Hey, how are you, Maggie? I'm good. Oh,
Sorry. I'll come up to this side for a minute.
oh, it's so beautiful today. Gonna do a little tour of the park, I think.
Look at all these nice, pretty faces. They're not being covered up. I love it.
Freedom smiles.
Look at those smiles.
Love it.
Look at those
Love
smiles.
it.
One of the biggest weapons is those smiles. Beautiful. If you come close to me, I'm safe. I'm not back. Are you sure?
We're safe.
What's your channel? What's your channel?
I'm Coda B123.
That's right. I've been watching you. That's right. You've been doing the the express out to BC and back.
Yep, I have. Yep.
Good to keep up.
Freedom?
I appreciate it.
I was watching it last weekend.
Freedom!
Freedom taste.
Hey! Yeah! Lori Dawn, I can see your comments. I'm gonna say what's up.
F-350 with the freedom on the side of it. Yeah, yeah. You right there with Darren.
Got the mic set up. Got the speaker. Got the microphone. How are ya?
Good, how are you?
I'm wonderful.
I saw you yesterday.
Yes, you did.
I did.
I'm everywhere. We are everywhere.
Hold the line. She's really good and she's really protective.
Wait.
How are you guys? I'm wonderful. Having a wonderful day, enjoying the weather?
Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's so beautiful.
Hey, how's it going?
Especially seeing all your beautiful smiles and faces out here.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, man.
I came in yesterday.
Wonderful. You enjoying your day? Oh, it's wonderful today, man. Beautiful outside. Yes, it is, isn't it? Yep. I try to get to everyone I can, whenever and wherever I can. It's wonderful. Yep.
Check, check. Test. Test, test. How you doing, guys?
Freedom!
Sun is shining.
Probably be back in the truck. It'll be nighttime. Oh, yeah.
Test. No, it's good.
Do something. Just.
Check, check. Test.
I love it. Yeah, baby. I just want to start going like this when people stick me fingers and just be.
When I come down,
Just gonna stand here and
I'm
watch.
down, then I'm down.
See how much support and how many fingers we get.
I've gotten 3 fingers in 5 minutes.
Still lots of support though.
Yep. Yep. I'm gonna go do a little tour of the park and come back.
10.5 or 11 inch on the back. Like this. I cut it back with performance. I got
For sure, JT, it's Deb, it's way more support than we need nowadays.
Freedom! Man, I just want to yell in that mic. What are you guys doing? Freedom!
What? What's up, everybody? Anybody seen any freedom around here? You guys hear me okay back there?
Yeah, buddy.
Hell yeah! Well, welcome to Saturday at City Hall, otherwise known as Corruptionville. And it's nice to see all your beautiful faces. And I want to give a huge welcome to the wonderful people joining us here from the Great Canadian Cruise Hold Fast Edition. Give them a round of applause. Driving across Canada, amazing people. We're going to have... Say it again.
Freedomtour.ca.
Freedomtour.ca. Yeah, I can't remember every one of these anymore. We're going to have Wendy and Andrew do a couple songs here, and then we're going to have our special guest, Mr. Tom Marazzo, coming up to speak. Give Tom a round of applause.
Yeah, Tom!
Oh, yeah. So, guys, you ready to play a couple songs?
Yeah.
All right.
Before they do that, I just want to say, Freedom!
It's really great to be back singing in the sunshine, guys. Feeling an uprising going on. Paranoia is in bloom. The transmissions will resume. They'll try to push drugs, keep us all dumbed down, and hope that we will never see the truth around. Another promise, another scene, another package lie to keep us trapped in greed, and all the green belts trapped around our minds, and an endless tape to keep the truth confined. Come on. Interchanging mind control, come let the revolution take its toll. If you could flick the switch and open your third eye, you'd see that we should never be afraid to die. Rise up and take the power back. It's time the fat cats had a heart attack. You know that their time's coming to an end. We need to unify and watch a flag ascend. So come on. They will not force us. They will not degrade us. They will not control us. We will be victorious. Come on. Come on. They will not force us. They will stop degrading us. They will not control us. We will be victorious. So come on. Thanks, guys.
Funny. We've dealt with it.
Rocky!
He left no time to regret. Kept his kiss wet with his same old safe bet. Me and my head dry and my tears dry. Get on without my guy. You went back to what you knew, so far removed from all that we went through.
I'll be right with you guys. Gotta grab my other phone.
And I tread a troubled track. My odds are stacked. You go back to black. We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to us. I love you much. It's not enough. You love blow and I love puff. And life is like a pipe, and I'm a tiny penny rolling up the walls inside. You only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to. You only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to black, black, black. I go back to, I go back to. You only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go to. You only say goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to black. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna hand this back to Roy. Thanks, guys.
And you guys are coming back shortly, yes? All right. How about that? Round of applause, guys. Oh, yeah.
Freedom!
Yeah, my turn's later. If anybody, we did bring some Hold Fast merch, our flags, t-shirts, and hoodies. If anybody wants one, come see me. They're over here. Want to introduce a very special guest, a guy that we met in Ottawa. Did a lot for Ottawa. He's done a lot for this movement. He's done a lot for Ontario and Canada. And what? He's done a lot for the people. I'm very, very proud and honored to call this man my friend, Mr. Tom Marazzo.
Tom!
How's it going? Do you know what? I was here not long ago. I needed to have all of my signatures to even get on the ballot. And this is where we came, and this is where we got the ballots. So you guys helped me just get on that ticket.
Yeah! Woo!
So not long ago, I just found out that the Liberal Party of Ontario have announced that if they get elected and form a government, they're going to mandate the vaccines for everybody in school.
Boo!
Thank you for doing our jobs a little bit more easy. We've been going around to some of the communities. We've been doing events. And honestly, it's been extremely humbling. It's been awesome. We got to keep growing this crowd. This crowd has to keep getting bigger, and it has been. In the future, if we're doing events, this is what I'm asking from you. And I'm going to ask a little bit more each time, I guess. Bring a new face.
Yeah.
Bring somebody who that last time maybe voted Liberal or NDP or even voted PC. Bring somebody new and let us have a chance. Let them get to know me, learn about the party, and find out why we're all here doing this. There is only, in my mind, two groups. There's the Uniparty. What you've always got is what you're always going to get if you vote for them. And you've got us. You've got people with honest to God, true conservative values that want less government, but they want to be able to help people. They don't want entitlement to your body. They don't want to indoctrinate your children. They just want to be left alone. By the way, if the Ontario Party forms the government in Ontario, every single person who lost their job to the COVID mandates will be reinstated, and we will pass legislation to reinstate them with back pay. And if they don't want, and by the way, it's not the taxpayer who are going to fund the back pay. It's going to be the employers that took your jobs away from you.
Yeah! Teach them a lesson.
Exactly. So that's a big deal, because even me, I might be entitled to back pay from Georgian College for firing me over the mandates. And if that happens, I'm actually going to donate that money. I'm going to donate that money to a lot of worthy causes. I'm going to divide it all up and give it back out to the people. All the people that supported me in what I went through. Just going to wait for the cars to go by. That's not the only thing we're looking at. We're looking at this critical race theory. It's garbage. Bill 67 is never going to find a home in the Ontario Party's government. It has to go. Critical race theory is an absolute abomination. Bill 100 is just the Emergency Act 2.0. That's going to be repealed on the first day in office. Guess what else we're going to do? We're going to investigate the College of Physicians and Surgeons and the licensing board for the nurses. Woo! The commissioner of the OPP will be looking for a new job. While we ask the SIU to investigate their actions in other police jurisdictions. We're not looking for a witch hunt. We're looking for
Love you too.
society to be able to repair the damage of what these people have done and to heal the wounds that we have suffered needlessly. There's a lot of things that we're going to do. We're also going to get involved. If you look at the platform, we've just updated it on property rights. We're going to take a hard look at what is going on with property rights. There's too much government regulation and too much interference on what you get to do with your land. It's wrong. You buy it, you pay the insurance, you take the risk, and they get all the reward, and they get to come in and tell you what you can and cannot do on your property, whether you can cut down a tree on your land. That's ridiculous. Your property, you own it, you get to do what you want. Within reason, right? We want to be a part of a society that respects our neighbors, but come on, they've gone too far.
Amen.
Look at the party platform. Go online. It's linked to mine. My website is tommarazzo.ca. The biggest thing is we got to keep fighting. This, for me, is chapter 2 of what is going to be a long book. Chapter 1 was the convoy. This is chapter 2. How instead of being out here on the street and being ignored by people like this, we get inside the building and we start fighting on their turf by their rules, and we beat them at their own game. And that's what this election's about.
Yes.
We're tired of being marginalized and ignored and bullied and harassed by people that just don't want to listen. They don't want to hear the truth. And they don't care about the truth unless it comes out of the CBC box in the living room. And you know what? It is time to start. We've got less than 4 weeks because Doug Ford didn't want you guys to know about people like me. So he called the election the last possible moment so that he could chip away again at some more of your democratic rights. This is now the time, this month alone, that's all we have, less than a month, to start having those tough conversations with your family members and your neighbors, and to say, look, there's no difference between the other parties at Queen's Park right now. There's no difference. There's just a level of craziness. The more, you look at the Liberals, the NDP, the crazier they get. But the current government, the PCs, have lost their minds. They've lost their way. They don't care about you. And I'll tell you something else. They have an organization called Emergency Management Ontario. They've completely ignored them. We're going to reinstill that organization to be the lead agency handling all of this stuff. We also have to do a better job of looking after our seniors. Look at what we've done to our seniors and the families that are trying to do everything and care for them. There's too much damage that has to be cleaned up. And they're not going to do it, but we are. The last thing I'm going to say, because I've said it already one other time, and it's important, it has to be repeated. We can't do this without you guys, and we can't do this unless our numbers grow. When we go to an event, bring a friend, bring 2 friends, bring 5. Just tell them, come and hear this guy out. Listen to what he has to say. Shake his hand, meet him. Give him a chance to earn your vote. Because every person here, I still haven't earned your vote yet. I've got another month. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to fight for you and everyone else. But when we get to the polls, you have to be proud of the vote this time around that you've casted. It can't be good enough anymore to say, I'm voting that guy out. You have to say, I want to vote this guy in.
Right. Yes.
One more thing before I give away the microphone. I am not constrained. If I am elected as an MPP, I will not be constrained by the Ontario Party to vote for just what the leader wants, for fear of being kicked out of the Ontario Party. Derek says it all the time. This is not Derek's party. This is the party of all of you, the constituents. So as a constituency, if you decide unanimous, or the majority of you decide you want something to happen, that's the vote that you get. And it doesn't matter what Derek wants. And Derek acknowledges that. He's proud of that. You know why? Because that's leadership. That's not about, being the big man, being arrogant, and being the boss. Derek expects you, as a candidate or an MPP, to vote for what your constituents want. That's pretty unique to politics. It's almost unheard of in Canada. We will not whip votes in the Ontario Party. Last thing, and I know I've said that twice already. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here weekend after weekend after weekend after weekend and fighting. I'm only at the microphone because of people like you, and that's who I'm fighting for. So thank you. Thank you.
Amazing. Tom, we absolutely love Tom. Tom is fantastic. I just want to say a couple of things as well. Exactly what Tom said. It's so important. There's so many people out there like, I'm not voting, it doesn't do shit, it doesn't do anything. What's the point? The point is that the trifecta of the Liberals right now, Doug Ford, the Liberals, the NDP, if we don't start making changes now, nothing is ever going to happen. We might not get this year, I highly doubt, and no offense, I don't think the Ontario or the Blue is going to get the majority and win the whole thing because they're brand new. But we have to think not just about us. We have to think about our kids and our grandkids and their grandkids. We have to start making the changes now. And it may take a little bit of time, but if we don't all go out and vote and get the people in that we want in, nothing will ever change. Everybody hear what little Mr. Thomas Piggy Piggott there has been saying the last week or so? He wrote a letter with two other members of the health board from different cities, Niagara, and I can't remember the other one. They've written letters to Dr. Kieran Moore, pretty much demanding that the masks are put back into mandate for Ontario. Because apparently, according to your poop, the whole world has COVID. This guy is a fool. What I've noticed over the last few days is I bet you it's a good 80% of Peterborough are still wearing their masks. That's their choice. I don't care what they want to do. But do you really think the 20% of us that's not is really going to make a difference in what's going on? It's a complete joke. It's a complete farce. The only reason the mandates were dropped in Ontario, I promise you, is because of the election. Anybody hear Doug Ford's new election video? Way to go, Ontario. We all rolled up our sleeves to protect each other. No, you prick, you took all our jobs away. And we still didn't roll up our sleeves. I promise you when this election is over, these mandates are coming back. I promise you. I will buy lunch for everybody if I'm wrong about this. Because I'm telling you, by fall, these mandates will be back in place. So we need to get people like Tom Marazzo in those seats to prevent this from happening. So make sure you do your duty and what you need to do for your kids and your grandkids and their grandkids, so on and so forth, and get out there and do what's right and get people like Tom in the seats. That's right. Honk. Honk, honk. All right, guys, we're going to let Andrew and Wendy sing a few more songs. Signs. It's been a long week. There are over here at the table across the road, there is a spot for people to sign up to help volunteer for Tom Marazzo if you want to make donations towards Tom Marazzo. You know that old Ford boy there's got millions of dollars backing him up. We need to support people like this. There's also lawn signs for your line. I left the house this morning and I saw a few Marazzo signs on my drive, and it made me happy as hell. And I want to see the city flooded with them now. Get them out there and let everybody know. You guys ready? Sing the song.
Ain't no sunshine when he's gone. It's not warm when he's away. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone, and he's always gone too long. Anytime he goes away, I wonder this time where he's gone. I wonder if he's gone to stay. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone, and this house just ain't a home anytime he goes away. And I know, hey, you better leave that young thing alone. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone. It's not warm when he's away. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone, and this house just ain't a home anytime he goes away. Anytime he goes away. Anytime he goes away. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Mike. All right, I know you guys know the words to this next one, so please help me sing it. All right? Freedom! Woo! 25 years of my life wasted trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination. I realized quickly, and I knew I should, that the world was made up of this brotherhood of man, or whatever that means. And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed, just to get it all out what's in my head. And I'm feeling a little peculiar. And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I try, oh my God, do I try? I try all the time in this institution. And I pray, oh my God, do I pray? I pray every single day And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed, just to get it all out, what's in my head. And now I'm feeling a little peculiar. And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I said, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? 25 years of my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination. Woo! Thanks, guys. That was fun. Have an amazing week. I think Roy's coming back up here. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't ready for this. You guys completely just Will Smith me with that one. Oh. All right, guys. Everybody good? Everybody having fun? Beautiful, beautiful. What are you going to do when Dr. Piggott says you got to put your mask back on? Well, you're not just going to say no because you never wore one, right? So there is a trick question there for you. I think we have a very wonderful lady that we're also very honored to call our friend showed up. I didn't realize was coming today, and I'm hoping that I can call her out in front of everybody and try and get her to come speak. Yes? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jody Ledgerwood.
You're welcome. Oh yeah, that's right. You did it to me in Ottawa. It's your turn.
Hello, freedom fighters. How are you today? The sun is shining. It feels warm, or at least warmer than it was yesterday in Niagara Falls. So thank God for the sun. And the sky is actually looking blue today. I'm not seeing any chemtrails yet, so that's awesome. And thank you, Roy, for calling me out unexpectedly. I've done it to him many times, so I think paybacks are a BIT. And I'll just stop it there. So we've got an important date coming up of June 2nd. And if we really want to call ourselves freedom fighters, then that means we got to step up to the plate for June 2nd. It also means we got to do our research for June 2nd, because we can't say we're all for freedom and we're all for freedom of choice if we're not informed. Part of being informed is doing your research. And part of freedom is putting the right butts in the seats that will have your voice and respect the Constitution and respect the right of freedom and free will. Because freedom at the end of the day means free will, the right to choose. So you've got the right to choose on June 2nd to put somebody in the seat that has the same voice, the same morals, the same ethics as yourself. And right now in Peterborough County, I see that as Tom Marazzo. I worked very closely with Tom Marazzo up in Ottawa. I saw what he stands for. I've seen many of his speeches. I've gotten to know him on a personal level, and I think he is the right choice for Kawartha North. But you don't take my word for it. Do your own research, okay? But speaking freedom, he is somebody who fought for your freedom, fought for our children's freedom. So he understands and he's witnessed what can happen when you don't have freedom. So it's very, very important that you do your research and you check out what his definition of freedom is and find out if it means the same to you. And I know there's other important blocks or conversation pieces on the block, such as our infrastructure, our economy, our healthcare system, our education system. But at the end of the day, if you don't have freedom, which is the number one thing, you don't get any of those and you don't get a say in any of those. And right now, the WHO wants Canada to sign and be part of a health treaty that will tell our country what we need to do in case of pandemics and emergencies. And guess what? If we sign that treaty, we will forever be in pandemics and emergencies, and we will never have control of our health system again. So, again, very important. Freedom is really the #1 thing on the chopping block for this election. So make sure, whoever you vote for, that they're talking freedom and that their definition of freedom matches your definition of freedom, or we're going down the rabbit hole even further than what we are right now. The other thing you need to research is our social credit system that's coming in by way of the digital ID. Because if that social credit system comes in, you can kiss your freedom goodbye. You can kiss your ability to have free will goodbye. Because social credit system is all based on you being a good citizen, and the person who gets to judge whether you're a good citizen or not is the government that's in the lead. And that government, I can guarantee you, is never going to allow another government to come into play, because they'll take your ability to have an election off the table. And if you're paying attention to the bills that are in the Senate and in the House right now, one of those bills is to change the way that we vote. Another one of those bills is censorship. Another one of those bills that we know passed in Ontario is Bill 100, our right to have a voice in protest. So if all of these censorship bills go through, if the election bills go through, and if the bill to change our Constitution goes through, we will never have the voice to have another election ever again. We will never have a voice to speak out against whichever government is in control. That government will stay in control forever and ever and ever. And if you know anything about communism, you know that's how that works. The government in control never leaves. So June 2nd is a super important date that we all need to mark on our calendars and make sure we get into those booths on June 2nd and vote for the person who is talking freedom. And right now in Kawartha North, that is Mr. Tom Marazzo. So please do your research. I don't get to vote in Kawartha North because I'm Kawartha South. So we don't have, I don't think, anybody representing the Ontario Party in Northumberland yet, which is... Oh, we do now? No, Kirsten's not, she's not Northumberland, she's next door. Vanessa Head. Oh, Vanessa Head? Okay, I'm gonna have to research Miss Vanessa Head because this is the first time I've heard her name. So that's awesome, thank you. So the other thing I want to talk to you guys about, I want to kind of lift this up a bit. I did a Loom and Doom speech yesterday in Niagara Falls. I had told them about MasterCard and how they've been tracking your carbon purchases and how they're coming out with a new MasterCard to not only track your carbon purchases, but to reward you for lack of carbon purchases. And if you go over a certain number of carbon purchases, they actually take your right to use your MasterCard away from you. So that's one of the things coming down the pipe, which is very similar to the social credit system. So I don't want to talk about that. And I don't want to talk about biodigital convergence, which if you look on our federal government's website, February 11th, 2020, they are talking about biodigital convergence. Please look it up. It's really super scary. And that is connected to your digital ID that's coming down the pipe, which will then be connected to your social credit score. So please, people, get yourself informed. It's really scary what's coming down the pipe. So what I'm going to talk about now is I got to travel to the U.S. You guys can travel to the U.S. too. If I do it, you can do it too. Because you know what I did? I drove across the border. And you know what happened when I drove across the border? I didn't get asked about my health status. I didn't get asked about my vaccine status. I got asked, did I participate in the Ottawa convoy? Because I got freedom messages all over my van. And I said, yes, I did. And he said, oh my God, was it true? Were they arresting people for giving fuel? Were they arresting people for feeding the truckers? And I said, well, I didn't get arrested for that, but I know some people were threatened with arrest. And then, 100 Canadians showed up with their jerry cans, so they kind of had to trash that because they didn't have enough officers to arrest everybody. I said, so I know it was threatened, but I don't think it actually happened. And anyway, the Border Patrol guy was so impressed. He's like, come on in, we love Canadians. And they do love Canadians. I spent 3 weeks down there. I went to Hagerstown, Maryland, which was where the U.S. trucker convoy was that was going around Washington, D.C. I actually got to lead the truckers convoy one day, which was really cool. Me with my Canadian flags. But then I decided to join the truckers convoy from Maryland all the way to California. So I drove literally from the east coast of the US to the west coast of the US and then back again. The Americans love us Canadians. They love that we stood up. They love that our truckers came to our aid, and they're now trying to duplicate it down there. So we have brothers and sisters down in the States who are standing up, convoying all over the States for us. And they want to send a big thank you to you guys who supported us, who brought the world's attention to what was going on, who made the world see that this is a global issue. It's not a country by country issue, it's a global issue, which means we got to fight as global citizens in order to beat this. Because the WEF and the global elites are fighting as a global group. So we now need to gather our tribe and fight back. I'm with an organization called Take Action Canada. And when I was down there in the States, I got to speak on many different stages, and I got interviewed by many different media outlets out there. And they're watching your live streams. I want you to know this. They are watching your live stream. So live stream every event you can, because the Americans are watching. I don't know how many people I ran into and they came up to me and went, "Oh my God, I know you. I watched you get pepper sprayed." They're watching your live streams. So keep live streaming. That's how you get the truth out. But anyway, I work with an organization called Take Action Canada. And when I was in one of my interviews, there was a guy sitting there. His name was Tony. And he looked at Sherry, who is a co-founder of Take Action Canada, and he said, "Well, what do you do?" Because he knew what Monique and I did, because we just said it on the stage. And Sherry said, "Well, I'm with Take Action Canada. Take Action Canada is an umbrella organization. We support freedom fighters. That includes you guys. So if you need professional help with any of your initiatives, contact Take Action Canada, because they're there to help, and it costs you nothing. And it's all these professionals who are volunteering their time and their skill sets to help us move the freedom movement along. So don't be afraid to contact them, okay?" So this is what she said to him. And he said, "I want to start Take Action America." So now we've got Take Action America happening. We got Take Action Canada happening. And from that, we went into another phone call with Scott Russell down in Australia. We've now got Take Action Australia, Take Action New Zealand, Take Action America, and Take Action Canada. So we've got this amazing global movement now happening. So whatever's happening in Australia, we know typically happens here in Canada a few months later, and whatever happens in Canada a few months later happens in the States. So we know about this big old domino effect. So the only way that we can stop the domino effect from happening is to stop it at that first domino, and that seems to be Australia. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start running campaigns at the same time as Australia. So whatever's happening down there, one, we're going to get the truth, because we're going to have weekly meetings with the global leaders. So we're going to get the truth of what's actually happening in these countries, and then we're going to figure out ways that we can help each other, whether it's global convoys happening on the same day, whether it's internet, emails, petitions, protests outside their embassies. We're going to start making the global leaders afraid of the global citizens, because there's a lot more of us than there is of them. So we need your help to get involved and stay involved. So pay attention when stuff goes out, or there's a call to action to help Australia, because if we can stop it in Australia from happening, we can stop it here. So when you hear the slogan, "We move as one," that's what we're talking about. The global movement mirroring and going into lockstep against the WEF, because globally we need to move as one to win this war. And we can do it all together. I have faith in you guys. I have faith in you and you, because I know you guys are big leaders. And I have faith in Tom Marazzo, and I have faith in Nicole, and I have faith in our veterans. Our veterans started something this last weekend. We had a beautiful moment of honoring those who have been fighting for our freedom, and that should be happening at every one of these rallies. We cannot forget the veterans, the soldiers, the families that gave of their lives, gave of their mental health for us, and are still giving of their lives and mental health for us. So I just wanted to let you know there are good things happening. Oh, and also from my tour, I didn't go down and just have fun. I actually worked most of it. It was supposed to be fun, and I worked all of it but 2 nights. So 3 weeks of work. But what also happened from that is we met a gentleman named Vince, and he's part of the People's Convoy down in the States. And we put Vince in contact with Bethan. And if any of you have been to Ottawa, you know Bethan is the beautiful blonde on the stage. She's incredible. And between Vince and Bethan, they've managed to put together a group called the North American Unity Tour. And they are touring and meeting at the borders of of Canada and the US, and they are lighting up the borders. So the next tour, we already had, the first one was the same day that I crossed into Canada, so that was awesome. I got to party with the Americans, speak on their stage, and then I got to come and have beers with the Canadians afterwards. Well, after I got $7,300 in tickets for coming home. That's okay. But anyway, the first one happened April 15th at the Rainbow Bridge. The next one is happening May 14th in Quebec. Now, on the US side, it's Derby Line, and I can't remember the city in Quebec that it's on our side, but the posters are going to go out soon. This border is not protected. If you can believe it, there's no border patrols there. There's no bridges, there's no lines, there's no nothing. There's a couple of boulder rocks, and there's one of those wooden do not cross benches or whatever you want to call them. So Vince sent me a picture. He's like, hey, look, I'm in Canada. I got 1 foot in. So that's where we're going on May 14th. Watch for the posters to come out. If you can come out and support, that would be awesome. We get to party, barbecue, have some games, and celebrate with our American brothers who are convoying for us and fighting the same mandates that we're fighting up here. So thank you for letting me speak and sharing this information with you. And I look forward to seeing everybody May 14th at the border, lighting it up, and June 2nd at the polls. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jody. What's up? Lots of honks today, huh? I'm liking it. I still have to giggle every time I see people driving by with their fitted masks all on in their car. Holy shit! It's a Canadian flag. God. Like I said, do whatever you want. It's your life, but I mean, you can just put a clown wig on if you want to look stupid, but Jesus. All right, so is that thing really reverby? Is it just me? When I think about leaders, there's a lot of people that have fallen into the leader role in the freedom movement, and for most of them, it's not because they wanted to. It's just because they've been born into doing something. We'll wait for this. And there's one gentleman here that has always impressed me. He's a very successful man, but hey, there's no other way to say it. The guy's got cojones down to his knees. This guy he stands up, he says what he means, he says what he wants, and he takes no prisoners. And another man I'm proud to call my friend. Ray, come on up here, brother.
Yeah, what I want to mention are a couple things. Just like Jody, I can't vote for Tom. I certainly would if I was in his riding, but I will be voting for Kirsten over in the riding that she's in, the one I'm in. And we hear about helping and doing what we can. I'm sure there's lots of people here that have never donated politically before this year. I'm certainly one of those people. Before this year, I never donated 1 penny to any political campaign for anybody, for anything. I never put up signs for any candidate, for any one politician. So what can we do? We're basically a small group here. It's nice to see the numbers we got, but like Tom said, and also Jody, we've got to get the numbers up. We've got to do things to help folks. And it isn't just about helping those that are in the riding that we're in. Actually, this morning, Monique and I did a little tour before we got here, and what we did is we put up 25 signs for Tom on our way up, but also 25 signs for Kirsten. I can't vote for Tom, but it doesn't mean that I can't support him.
I just gave Jody a
Also,
hi and
there's
a hug for everybody from the U.S., Canada,
There's
and
a fundraiser for Tom, which is next Wednesday, I believe. Is that correct?
11. Yep, Wednesday.
Let's make sure. It doesn't matter. What I'm getting at is it doesn't matter what riding you live in, but you can go to the fundraiser, and it's Wednesday the 11th at the curling club this coming Wednesday. So 6 o'clock. So bring your pocketbooks full of funds that can help Tom. Like I say, you don't have to be in his riding to help him. We can do things in our normal traffic flow. Like I say, I'm not trying to say, hey, look at me, this is what Monique and I did, but I'm saying, hey, it was a couple hours in order to do it. On the way here, there's so many things we can do. And I stopped at one house that had some flags up, and I thought, this is a good opportunity. Maybe I can give them a Druthers magazine. So we're handing out Druthers magazines as well. The lady turned down the Druthers magazine, but when I got done talking to her, she was okay, because very close to the line, she was okay to have one of Tom's signs as well as one of Kirsten's signs. Because even though it's nice to put the signs on the side of the road, personally, and not that I know, I'm not an advertiser, but to me, the signs have more power if it's directly on somebody's lawn saying, hey, I support this. So I just encourage everybody to do what you can. Also, tonight there's a freedom party. I don't know if I get myself in trouble for this or not, but 2 concessions south of me is Larmer Line. And apparently there's a party there. All like-minded freedom fighters are welcome at this party at 1588 Larmer Line this evening. It's a potluck, starts at 4 o'clock. I'm told everybody's welcome, so if you get in trouble, well, don't tell them I told you. Thanks.
Thanks, Ray.
Oh, yeah. There's one thing we learned really quick about this. Never put a name or an address when you're speaking live, because everybody's live streaming. All right, so we're now hiring security for the front entrance tonight, if anybody's interested. You're in. You're going to be too busy. I expect to see you out front. I'm going to be playing live music for it tonight, and probably have a couple special guests, so you better be up front. You know what I want to see. All right. How many people went to Rolling Thunder in Ottawa? It's a very good time, very good time. So people worked very, very hard to organize Rolling Thunder. It was organized so well that the jackboots were in place before we even got there. And whatever, they didn't stop us once again, right? We do what we do. We show them we're not afraid. I'm so proud of everybody that shows up to these things, lets the government and the police know that we're not afraid to show up to these things. So we appreciate that. A gentleman who worked very, very hard organizing Rolling Thunder got boosted into a spotlight pretty quickly. He's also one of our much respected veterans. So Neil, come on up here, brother. Give him a round of applause.
How you doing, folks? It's nice to be back in Peterborough, standing here again, and I promise I won't say a thing. Yeah. So when I said that thing on the hill, and it was viral by the time I got back into Peterborough from Ottawa, and I said, my daughter looked at me, she said, "Oh, Daddy, you said a thing, didn't you?" So Uber Boomer here has no Facebook. I do now. That's going to be gone soon. So it went viral, and then Freedom Fighters of Canada called me up and said, "Do you have a plan?" And I said, "For what?" She goes, "You said something and it went viral." And I said, "What?" She was talking about the bikes, and I was like, "Oh yeah, didn't I? Yeah, okay." So I said, "Yes, I would love to have as much help as possible." And they stepped up because they have been dealing with the city and they have been dealing with the police forces, the OPS. Say one thing about the OPS. The rank and file are on our side, believe it or not. It's the chief. And it is the mayor who got caught out. And his councillors. They're the ones that turned it into Freedom 2.0. And we were with them. We were talking to them, saying, day one, this is what we're doing. Da, 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 da. Roll around, and we leave, go for a bike ride. There's a lot of nice places to ride bike around there. So then Veterans for Freedom stepped up, and they helped out. And I had to join. And by the way, if there's any veterans out there, this is live stream, right? Okay. www.veterans4freedom.com. If you're a veteran, you need to go and sign up. All right? If you're being released from the military, go sign up, because we are now basically going to be taking the place of the old Legion, because they look after veterans. All right? So anyway, so they helped it all set up. We were dealing with the yellow. It was all great. And the yellow, you can't really be upset with the liaison officer. He's the messenger. I say something to him, it goes up the chain, it comes back, he talks to me. Long story short, we moved the route a couple of times, and it did make sense. There was too much construction, stuff like that. Okay, here comes some freedom honking. Ready? Apparently, the honking will continue until freedom. So many people. Can we get one of these cameras to actually float around and take a look at all the people that are here right now? Please and thank you. Now we can. Yeah, now that they're gone. Yeah, so look at all these beautiful people. So, yeah, Mr. Freedom. So anyways, we were actually, it was pretty much nailed. Everything was done until the Friday before. And then we got a thing from the city saying, we're gonna do this, do that, do the other. And then we asked them, we need you to get back to us, because if you've got that many bikes, they do need a route. And when you see the mainstream media saying, oh, he says it's gonna be a free-for-all, that's not, they just don't watch. They only have their narrative. So we told them, you need to get back to us by 4 o'clock on a Sunday so we can work this out. And all the guys from the Veterans for Freedom, they're all military guys, so timings matter. If we didn't get it, as I said, 1600, we didn't get anything back, we're gonna hit it. So at 1601, that was our time. Nothing came back, bang, we hit send, it all went out, everything went out. 5 minutes later, we get a reply. Sorry, it's out. Then the mayor turns around and says, this is fake. This is a fake news story. And then Fox picks it up. Fox picks it up. And they got back to the mayor and said, well, if this is fake, this piece is, and this piece, and this piece came from the police service. So he got caught lying. You should have seen his Twitter. It was absolutely hilarious. I spent like at least half an hour just scrolling up, just laughing and laughing and laughing. Next day, it was all gone. So the mayor got caught lying. So they have to bring in 800 extra police officers. That doesn't say how many OPS officers are going to be there. So now they've got 800 police officers for a peaceful bike rally. And they knew exactly what we were planning. They knew our timing. They knew the route. They knew what we were planning to do after they hit the monument, come in, salute the monument, give it back its dignity, and the veterans their dignity, and we leave town. And they say, no, you guys are gonna be parked here for 3 weeks. You're gonna be, there's no way. Guys with Harleys are not gonna sit there and park their bikes for 3 weeks. It's not gonna happen. So they overreacted to the point where it was completely ridiculous. But since the mainstream media came out and turned it into something bigger than it was, they had to use their forces. They had to say, well, we've got the police here, how do we use them? And that would be Friday. When you see a car right here, flags on it, they were completely profiled. You could not get into town with a flag on your vehicle. But how come 10 vehicles, including a tractor trailer, flags all over the place, get right down on Toredo? 10. And it just stops at the very bottom of the hill when the march is coming down from Freedom Fighters Canada. Just happened to be there. I'm just saying, I'm just asking. I'm not saying there was a plan. I'm just kind of thinking, what did our City Hall say? Things that make you go, yeah. So, mainstream media turned it into this big debacle, and then they turn around, they say, oh, now it's an occupation within 10 minutes. So what did that do? That scared a lot of people away. But guess what? Thousands and thousands of people came. They came because they're not scared. And here's something else. If the mayor of Ottawa and the police chief start calling in thousands and thousands of officers, or hundreds of officers, I should say thousands. I love that. Well, that guy, he bought a Tesla. He's helped Elon buy it, Twitter. Attaboy. So the next thing you know, if, this is just my own opinion, just something to think about. This may not happen, but when we have another rally in Ottawa, and then all of a sudden the mayor of Ottawa and the chief of police go around to Toronto and the OPP and everybody, oh, we need hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of police officers. You ever thought these other police forces are gonna go, oh dude, you sent 800 up there for a peaceful rally.
For a bubble bus.
Yeah, for a bubble bus. So they may not be sending them. They're overreacting. Plain and simple. I'm hoping that's going to happen, you know, but somebody else upstairs might, he has a plan. So when we took back the monument, we gave it back its dignity, we laid that wreath. And like I said, I don't speak for every veteran. There's some out there that don't agree with me, that's fine, they got free choice, whatever. But that day meant a lot to a lot of veterans. We took it back, gave it back its dignity. Gave the veterans back their dignity. And we gave that monument back to Canada. Again, we lost some ground, we stepped back in, and that place, that is where the healing has started. It has to be that spot. Even though we did not get to ride our motorcycles around that monument and salute it properly, the rank and file of the OPS, of the OPP, the rank and file, not the chiefs telling them to do this, this is the rank and file police officers. They took their bikes, they took their cars and did a slow roll around that monument, saluting the veterans, saluting that monument, and started the healing process. A lot of people were all go boo boo, boo, but that was what they did. I did one speech where they said, you have to sacrifice, you don't have to die. You show up, you're sacrificing your time, you're sacrificing money to be there. And those police officers, they just put their jobs on the line. I think it was a really good spot. I think it was a really good place to heal. And it has started. And Captain Bubbles, when he had his vehicle taken away, and they dropped him off at Saint Laurent Mall, he said, I am absolutely broke, I got nothing, so they dropped him off. Reached into his pocket. Some police officer stuck $20 in his pocket. He was broke, and he reached in his pocket. He says, the cops gave me 20 bucks. The healing has started.
Yes.
It has started. And when Biker Church has graffiti sprayed all over it, the city reached out to say that they will remove the graffiti. The city came out and said, it's another piece of healing. 20 bucks here, the roll around, the city coming through. Guys, the people at the top are scared. The rank and file of the police officers, they're not scared of them anymore. They're not scared of the mayor. They're not scared of the police chief. They're going, we have an oath and we're keeping to it. So, it was a beautiful day like this. And here's one more thing. Okay, I say God does love you, and he was with us, and he's with everybody. I'm sorry. I'm going to wear it on my sleeve. Here's something else. You know about James Top, right? Yeah. James Top is marching. It's okay. Everybody gets a choice, right? James Top is marching with a rucksack cross country to come and have a conversation with Fancy Socks. I served with James Top in Afghanistan. He lived in the tent next door to us. Shit. Yeah. And when I found it was Tom, is like I called him, hey Tom, I go, hey Neil, how you doing? Blah blah blah. Here's another thing. Tom was on a course, and James was his roommate. And Ray over here, he's been down here with us. We chit chat, we're friends, stuff. He was working in Ottawa. I can't remember the address. What was it again? 140 Slater Street. Yeah. So he was working with Tom. Something is bringing us all together. Something is bringing everybody together into a big fist. And it's not going to be hitting anybody. It's going to be, we are free. So, some people are not religious. Some people are not spiritual. But guess what? We need divine intervention to finish this. And it's here. And remember, God loves you, and you, and you. Anyway, I didn't say a thing, so I'm good. All right, there you go, buddy. Thanks. And by the way, it's not over. I'm off Facebook, but I'm not going anywhere, all right? All right.
All right, guys. So we're going to throw some tunes on for a little bit here. This rounds up around 2 o'clock. And you know I have a mic, so I have to say it. If anybody's hungry, Peterburgers is open today. Just saying. We are open today, so get on down there and get a burger, all right? We got some Hold Fast merch here. Make sure you get your Tom Marazzo signs. Anybody wants to go tonight to the get-together, come see us. We'll tell you quietly where everything is and get everything going.
We have cameras.
And don't stop when you leave here. You're going to email MPs, MPPs, take these corrupt you-know-whats down. We have to fight this 7 days a week, every day, so don't stop. You guys are the best. Freedom on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Freedom! You guys are awesome.
That was wonderful.
Beautiful.
I might cut that one and start up a new one. I don't know. Because I'll get copyrights from that music.
Yeah, you might stop.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to end this one here. And we'll be on after. I just can't have copyright music. And I don't want to lose that video because there's a lot of good stuff in that video. So I love you guys. We will be back on. Just, yeah, I have to cut this one. Peace, love, and freedom.